All right, that first take was pretty horrible, but we'll try this again. Hey, this is Peter here with Real Estate Trends Market Updates. Thanks for everybody that tunes in today and also always tunes in each and every week. So, this is, for people that just watch me on YouTube, just let you know that I have a podcast that's up on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, also getting it on Spotify right now. I'm a little late to the party, but so I want to talk to you about something that just came out of the news today. This is a real deal article. They talk about NAR leave, or sorry, NAR leaving, Redfin leaving NAR. So National Association of Realtors, according to the announcement, the move from the Seattle-based brokerage, so they're based in Seattle, 1,800 members to immediately cancel memberships and stop paying dues to the organization. Um, Obviously, this can't be done everywhere because ultimately, there's a lot of areas that Association of Realtors is very, very tight in. Houston's one of them. There's quite a few of them, so they won't be able to take all their abilities out. But in those markets like Houston, Las Vegas, Nashville, and Phoenix, agents will likely remain due paying members of National Association of Realtors. But I read one article, where the the CEO, basically, Glenn Kelman, talks about how they've given so much. So if you go read Redfin's article, they basically are obviously going to pander to Redfin and say how they've put so much love and effort into the relationship, and they feel like that National Association of Realtors is a scenario the you know it's a situation where you have a lot of people paying a lot of money, or if you're big brokers like that or a big institution like that, that you are paying quite a bit. 1,800 people times 1,800 times about, let's just say it's 600 even. you know It's about 1,000,000 a year, depending on how long they've been a part of it, and that's quite a bit of money for any ultimate industry. So they're looking at it as like, hey, we can go out there. I mean, they're a huge database. I think they're number two in people coming across their website to go look at properties. So you got Zillow, that's number one, then Redfin, and then I think it's realtor.com, how it breaks down. But as you look at it, okay, well, if I'm the guy that runs Redfin, if these people are in a lawsuit like they are, and National Association of Realtors, they've had bad press lately. The CEO had a sexual harassment scandal, and then now we're in this situation where, we have National Association of Realtors is backed against this hard lawsuit that basically says like, hey, we're going to ultimately have to change our practices where we used to have the listing um, net income for that seller pay buyer agent and listing agent. So that's not the case anymore. But these are the things that they got to really, go through and figure out where that's going to fall. And at the heels of that, Redfin comes in and says, hey, we're going to take all where we can our agents out of paying dues, because this move is going to try to push other brokers, which they say it, other brokers and agents to get out of National Association of Realtors. So, it's in a scenario like this for Redfin, oh, for sure, I would definitely do it because they're number two on traffic websites to see listings. Okay, um, so if you look at globally, or at least globally in the sense of United States, you have a scenario where you're taking a monopoly on it basically without Zillow, and you can go move that membership or that viewership to your channel, and that's it, and ultimately have listings and everything else, and ultimately pay those agents however they want to be, however you want to pay them still at the same, or change it, or give them bigger incentives. So, and they try to put this whole lawsuit on NAR being that actual advocate for, making sellers pay. But transactionally, it's been like that for a long, long time where buyer and actually seller, those agents get paid out of that net for the seller, which if the buyer's not willing to pay 500,000, they're only willing to pay 300,000, do you pay them the same amount? No. Um, we can go back and forth with that debate on who's making more money and how they're making their money. But this is big news because it's a large, large, large website where a lot of traffic goes each and every month to look at listings. And if they're not going to the MLS, usually I have a client that sends me something on Zillow or something on Redfin, sometimes realtor.com, but usually those are the two that someone says, hey, I know we're looking at properties. Take a look at this one. I like this one. I've liked this one. I've seen this one pop up the last couple of days, blah, blah, blah. That is very, very large for their position on this whole fight, and them removing themselves from National Association of Realtors is saying, like, we don't care. We'll go take our business elsewhere. We'll go pay someone else, or we'll go build, Redfin even better. So, I mean, he's probably had conversations with Zillow, realtor.com before he even did it and see where they stand. I wonder if they're just waiting on the heels to, see what happens with this lawsuit, and maybe they do the same. So hopefully this episode, it's a quick one. Hopefully this one helps, give you a little bit more background on what these articles are saying, especially these bigger headline ones. I'm not going to go into the smaller detailed ones, but I think these big headline ones that are moving the market or making you think like, okay, what should we do? These are the best ones to really review and take a look at and say, okay, well, we have some concern, or this isn't really that big of a concern. This one, I would like to watch it and see it play out, because if I will be concerned if Zillow goes away, they get out of National Association of Realtors, and then maybe, you know, then it's the conversation. Okay, well, now we have a problem because the biggest, the titans, if you will, in this industry have basically pushed away from National Association of Realtors. Now they're going to go do their own thing completely, and they don't have any reservations about it. So, hope you guys like this. Hopefully, you guys check out this episode, and then the other episode that's coming up later this week. I'm doing 2 episodes and/or podcasts each and every week going forward. So, hopefully, you guys like the different change up and conversation that we're having on these extra episodes throughout the week. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you guys next week.